Hey everybody, welcome to Everyday Journey. Today we kind of have a special treat. I got some time off, so I'm going to use that time to build something and show you guys how to do it. And at the same time, we're going to have my son here to help us out. So go ahead and wave. So remember, the biggest thing with this is safety, safety, safety. Dealing with power tools, hand tools, whatever, people can get hurt, especially kids, because they're not sure exactly what's going on. So make sure you got eye protection, hearing protection, everything, because they're our future, and we want to make sure that they're able to take over for us in the end. So you guys stand by. So the materials you're going to need is a piece of plexiglass. In this case, I'm actually using Lexan. This came from work, so it's a scrap piece that we're trying to reuse it. This came from work as well, and it is just a long piece of board. This one happens to be a little over 7 inches wide, and heck, this is who knows how long, probably about 4 feet, 3 feet, something like that. But it's from a crate, so I've actually gone and torn this apart. Use this. So basically all this was going to be thrown away. We're going to turn it into something useful. Again, if you were using glass for this instead, you'd need a glass cutter, and most likely you'd probably want the parents to take care of that. In this case, we're just using Lexan, and it's about, well, the usable part of it, because it's got holes in it, is about 17 inches long, and so we're gonna make 2 sides out of that. Alright, so the first thing we got to do here is cut the holes off of the Lexan here. And basically trim it to where we have a nice piece of clear Lexan over on this side. So I'm going to turn the saw on and everything. I've already instructed him exactly what he should be doing. And in no way are we going to get anywhere close to the blade. So make sure that you're keeping the kids safe always. So here we go. Step over. And we'll just push that.
This is all glass?
It's just plastic. It just gets a little warm when it goes through the saw. So that's what you felt on your arm. Alright, so the next thing we got to do is measure this, cut it in half. So we got 2 pieces to work with, 1 for each side. Alright, so now we've measured, this is 17 inches long. We've measured 8.5 inches and set up the guard and everything for that. So we're going to go ahead and start her up and cut it again. Alright, now we have our Lexan.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and start building the rest of it. Alright, he decided to take a little break. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out these top parts for the roof. Basically we need something that's wider than the Lexan. We're going to leave, what, about 2 inches on each side of it to try to keep the weather off of it. So I've got it set up here. Let's go ahead and measure and see roughly what it should be. So looks like about 12.5 inches long. Go ahead and cut out 2 pieces for that. And now we have to cut off the cut it off, since these are going to butt up against each other on the end. We need to cut off a little on one piece that's exactly the width of the board, so that when they butt together they'll both be even on each side. So we're just going to line this up right at the very end, scribe a line across for it. And now whenever they butt up, this length from here all the way over to here is the same as the width of this board here. So now they'll make a nice little roof for it, like there. So now we need to work on the sides. We turn our guide here to 45 degrees. When you measure the board and get the exact width of it, which is 7 1/8. So divide that by 2. We're going to have 3.5 plus a 16th. So we got 3.5 and then a 16th, and that's going to give us our point at which we need the 45 to come through and cut to. And it doesn't matter if you get it perfect, you just adjust on the other side. Gives us one of our sides. Now we just have to cut it to length. So I'm going to decide what length we need it to be and go from there. Since everything is being played by ear on this one, measurement wise, let's figure in what the Lexan is going to be. I'm going to make sure that the glass comes up to somewhere close to the top. But we want to still be able to put the food in at the top. So we'll go with about right there. And so we need the cut to be somewhere down here. But we need a little bit of room for the food to actually come out at the bottom. So make sure you leave a little bit for that. So we'll go ahead and turn this back to 90 degrees. Make our cut. Alright, so the camera died, but you didn't miss much. I just cut out the angle again up here at the top. And then I put the other piece on top of here and scribed a line here so that I can make them both exactly the same. Sometimes it's difficult dealing with these angles to get everything just right. So now that we got our line, let's go ahead and cut it. Now we got to lay the Lexan up here. Pick what we think is a good angle for this to be at. Making sure that we got a gap at the bottom so that the food can actually escape. Think you got it right? Go ahead and draw a line. Now, lower the blade depth. So we're just cutting a groove into it. And then we try to set up our angle. Alright, so now we just set this up here, put the glass in it, dry fit it on top of this other piece of wood here, so that we can draw a line on the side to see how to what length to cut the bottom. Now that we have our line, just take all this, set it aside, and go ahead and cut the bottom. Now I'm just using this as an old piece of steak. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here, cut it to length, or measure it, cut it to length, and then rip it down the middle. That way I can keep the food in the bird feeder. Now we set the top off to the side and go ahead and mark out for our pieces here that will raise the glass or keep the glass raised. And these don't have to be perfect. We'll just make 2 pieces that long right there. We can dry fit it all. Go ahead and start pre-drilling some holes, and then get him down here to help putting it together. Of course, I'm going to leave a few holes for him. That way he can get a chance to use the drill and understand how that works. Alright, let's spin this around and go ahead and drill some holes. Alright, time to go get him. See if we can put this thing together. Here we go. Here's our birdhouse. Opens up and everything.
Hi.
So thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.